Good afternoon. This is All India Radio and I'm Anuja Kumar with the Midday News. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says the fight against COVID-19 is on and calls for the South Asian nations to ward off the challenge together. All 112 evacuees quarantined in Chaawla ITBP camp test negative for COVID-19 and are being released. Air India flight with 44 Indians evacuated from Tehran lands. Jammu and Kashmir government revokes the detention order of former Chief Minister and National Conference leader Farukh Abdullah. POCSO rules notified by government with stringent punishments for child abuse cases. And deadline for bids to buy 100% stake in Air India extended till 30th of April. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has expressed his desire that the leadership of SAARC nations should chalk out a strong strategy to fight coronavirus COVID-19. He suggested to keep all citizens healthy, there should be a discussion through video conferencing. In a series of tweets, the Prime Minister said, "Together, an example can be set to the world and contribute to a healthier planet." He said the planet is battling the COVID-19 novel coronavirus and at various levels, governments and people are trying their best to combat it. He said South Asia, which is home to a significant number of the global population, should leave no stone unturned to ensure our people are healthy. A group of 112 evacuees taken from Wuhan, China, housed at ITBP Chaawla quarantine facility in New Delhi has started dispersing after being found negative in novel coronavirus test. The group includes 76 Indians and 36 foreign nationals, including 8 families and 5 children. The group of foreign nationals includes 23 from Bangladesh, 6 from China, 2 each from Myanmar and Maldives, and 1 each from Madagascar, South Africa, and the US. 2 tests, first on day 1 and second on day 14 of quarantine, were conducted, in which all samples have been found negative. Minister of State for Home, Nityanand Rai, and Director General of ITBP, S.S. Deswal, met the inmates at the facility today. ITBP facility had successfully managed the first batch of 406 people taken from coronavirus epicenter Wuhan, China, on 1st and 2nd February this year were released after tested negative. It was again housing another batch of 112 people since 27th of February. According to the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, so far, 75 cases of Indians have been reported in the country. The Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation BMC sources have confirmed that Air India flight carrying 44 stranded passengers from Iran landed at Mumbai airport a short while ago. All the 44 passengers would be taken to the civic-run Rajawadi Hospital in suburban Ghatkopar for COVID-19 testing and quarantine as a precautionary measure. More details are awaited. Ministry of Health and Family Welfare has advised people to follow basic protective measures so that they can keep themselves safe from the novel coronavirus. People should avoid participating in large gatherings. If a person is experiencing cough and fever, he or she should avoid close contact with others. People are advised not to touch their eyes, nose and mouth without cleaning their hands. Spitting in public places should be avoided. All the persons should practice frequent hand washing with soap and water or use alcohol-based hand rub. People should cover their nose and mouth with handkerchief and tissue while sneezing and coughing. Used tissues should be thrown into closed bins immediately after use. In case of fever, difficult breathing and cough, doctors should be consulted immediately. While visiting a doctor, wear a mask or cloth to cover your mouth and nose. The government has also issued a 24/7 helpline number 011-239-78046 and also an email ID ncov2019@gmail.com for any assistance on coronavirus. Food and Drugs Administration FDA Mumbai raided a suburban supplier from Kandivali and recovered substandard hand wash products and sanitizers stock worth 1.5 lakh rupees. In another raid on a distributor of medical products, the FDA officials seized stock of substandard sanitizers worth 1.72 lakh rupees. These sanitizers were being manufactured at units not possessing valid license and sold to medical shops without proper bills and documents. The FDA officials also raided a clutch of such dubious manufacturing units in Vakola, Kandivali and Charkop. These sanitizers were being sold under brand names like Safe Hands, Sanskar Ayurved and Herbal Hand and were available at roughly around 100 rupees per bottle. Union Minister for Health and Family Welfare Dr. Harshvardhan today clarified that the government has permitted elderly CGHS beneficiaries aged 75 years and above to seek consultations from specialists without any referral and undergo treatment or investigation without endorsement. In a written reply during the question hour, the minister also said that permission is required only for unlisted treatment procedure or tests in non-emergency conditions. The minister also said that serving employees do not have to come back to the wellness center and seek permission for unlisted investigations or unlisted treatment procedures from their department as per prevailing guidelines. He added that all the CGHS wellness centers are fully equipped with medical professionals.
There is no shortage of doctors in the CGHS wellness centers. Every CGHS wellness center is well equipped with a doctor and all the facilities. Most of the things are now done online and very good quality reforms have already been introduced in CGHS system. We are using the mechanism, help of the NIC also for that.
Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan today also informed the Lok Sabha that every physician should prescribe drugs with generic names legibly and preferably in capital letters. He further said he or she shall ensure that there is a rational prescription and use of drug. In a written reply, the minister said that the above provision is mandatory under the clause 1.5 of Indian Medical Council, Professional Conduct, Etiquette and Ethics Regulations 2002. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, visit our News on AIR app and follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. You can also visit our website www.newsonair.com. Jammu and Kashmir administration has revoked the detention order of the former Chief Minister and National Conference leader Dr. Farukh Abdullah with immediate effect. In an order issued a short while ago by Principal Secretary Shaleen Kabra, it has been stated that the detention of Dr. Farukh Abdullah has been revoked. Dr. Farukh Abdullah has been under house arrest since 15th of September last year. The Centre has notified the Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Rules 2020, which enables implementation of recent amendments to the Act under which provisions of punishment for child abuse has been made more stringent. Some of the significant additions in the new rules include provision of mandatory police verification of staff in schools and care homes, procedures to report sexual abuse material, pornography, imparting age-appropriate child rights education, among others. For crackdown on child pornography, the rules state that any person who has received any pornographic material involving a child or any information regarding such pornographic material in any manner shall report the contents to the Special Juvenile Police Unit or police or the cybercrime portal. Under the rules, the state governments have been asked to formulate a child protection policy based on the principle of zero tolerance to violence against children. The government today extended the deadline for submitting bids for buying 100% stake in Air India till the 30th of April. The deadline was originally set as 17th of March. The government had allowed access to the virtual data room of Air India to interested bidders late in February and allowed them further time till March 6th to pose queries. Home Minister Amit Shah led ministerial panel on Air India decided on extending the deadline for submission of expression of interest by interested bidders till 30th of April. Our correspondent reports the Department of Investment and Public Asset Management in a notification said the changes are in view of the requests received from the interested bidders and the prevailing situation arising out of COVID-19. A Delhi court today sentenced the expelled BJP MLA Kuldeep Singh Sengar to 10 years imprisonment in the murder case of Unnao rape victim's father. District Judge Dharmesh Sharma directed both Kuldeep Singh Sengar and his brother Atul Sengar to pay 10 lakh rupees each as compensation to the victim's family. The victim's father had died in judicial custody on 9th of April 2018. The woman was allegedly kidnapped and raped by Sengar in 2017 when she was a minor. Home Minister Amit Shah has said that it is not possible to write the history of Indian spirituality, knowledge, culture or economy without the Ganga. Addressing the flag-in ceremony of Ganga Amantran Abhiyan in New Delhi today, Mr. Shah said, whether it is about languages, science, religious research, spirituality or values, Indian culture has given most to the entire world and its symbol is Ganga. He said no reverence for any other river in the world has been seen in public like the Ganga. The union government is implementing Poshan Abhiyan across the country to address the problem of malnutrition. The program was launched on 8th of March in 2018 by Prime Minister Narendra Modi in Jhunjhunu. The Abhiyan aims to reduce malnutrition in the country in a phased manner through a life cycle approach. Its goal is to reduce stunting, undernutrition, anemia among young children, women and adolescent girls and reduce low birth weight. All districts of states and union territories have been covered in the Abhiyan. Our correspondent has filed this report.
The goals of Poshan Abhiyan are to achieve improvement in nutritional status of children up to 6 years, adolescent girls, pregnant women and lactating mothers in a time-bound manner during the 3 years. The results of the Poshan Abhiyan can be known after the program has completed its approved period of 3 years. However, as per the report of Comprehensive National Nutrition Survey conducted by UNICEF, prevalence of stunting is 34.7% and underweight is 33.4% among children. This is an improvement and reduction from the levels reported in National Family Health Survey 4. The survey had earlier reported prevalence of stunting at 38.4% and underweight at 35.7%. Suparna Saikia, AIR News, Delhi.
Hand washing with soap has been cited as one of the most effective prevention against the novel coronavirus. Mega star Amitabh Bachchan has shared the same message on his Twitter for the people.
बहुतेरे इलाज बतावें जन जनमानस सब क्यों कस घर में बैठो हिलो न ठस से मस हीर कहन और वीर कहन कि ऐसा कुछ भी करो ना बिन साबुन के हाथ धोई के केहू का भैया छुओ ना हम कहा चलो हम वो कर देते हैं जैसन बोलें सब.
At the stock market, reversing the opening heavy losses, the domestic benchmark indices recovered nearly 5,000 points from the day's low. In opening session, both indices plunged over 10% to hit their lower circuit levels. Sentiment in global stock market improved after U.S. index futures bounced back. The Sensex at the Bombay Stock Exchange jumped 1,418 points or 4.3% at 34,196 a short while ago. The Nifty 50 too rose by 388 points or 4.04% and was trading at 9,978 in the intraday trade. At the forex market, the rupee appreciated 30 paise and was trading at 74 rupees 22 paise in the intraday trade. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says the fight against COVID-19 is on and calls for the South Asian nations to ward off the challenge together. All 112 evacuees quarantined in Chaawla ITBP camp test negative for COVID-19 and are being released. Air India flight with 44 Indians evacuated from Tehran lands in Mumbai. Jammu and Kashmir government revokes the detention order of former Chief Minister and National Conference leader Farukh Abdullah. POCSO rules notified by government with stringent punishments for child abuse cases. And deadline for bids to buy 100% stake in Air India extended till 30th of April. For details of these stories and more, visit News on AIR app and log on to our website www.newsonair.com. And with that, we end the Midday News.